Hello, today is Saturday, October 16th. This is Brandon Wendell, Chartered Market Technician, and I am going to do some analysis on Bitcoin. I'm looking at Bitcoin versus US dollar here in a 1 week chart from Coinbase. As you can see, we pulled back to an area of demand from 38,168 to 28,732. Obviously, bounced well off that area in the mid year here. And recently, we've come up to an area that was a Fibonacci extension. If you take a look at the most recent impulse up on the weekly, going back to September 2020, to our highs and the pullback, we're at the 61.8% extension. So we might get a little bit of a pullback. We got plenty of bullish momentum, so we're not going to turn around anytime soon. This is still a nice, strong bullish trend. Going down to the daily chart, let's take a look and see what might stop us and where we might be going, if anything at all. Well, we're stalling for two reasons. One, we saw the extension on the Fibonacci's, but also, more importantly, say we got an area of supply right here. You've got rally, base, 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 and drop. So you can possibly fine tune it just with the last couple of candles on that rally, but officially these were all basing candles inside of that legging candle. So going back to current price, you can see we're not only at the extension, but at a supply zone, so we're pulling back. However, we have a lot of bullish momentum. And because we have so much bullish momentum, this is simply going to be a small pullback, not a reversal of the trend. So any pullback should be met with more buying pressure to take us even higher. And I don't believe we have any other supply overhead because these are all-time highs. So if you're looking for some overhead targets, obviously the weekly target is now 83,879, pretty far up there. So that's the weekly Fibonacci extension. And let me take off this. There we go. So I want to mark that off. And it was 83,879. Thereabouts. And there we go. 879.17. So I want to make sure it's right. Because I'm going to remove this. And now we can take a look at the daily time frame and some of the potential zones there. So taking a look at the daily time frame, as far as a pullback and a demand zone, we don't really have anything right nearby. So that could be a bit of an issue, although we can look at other time frames. But what I was looking for is a possible bouncing point if we pull back. And we don't really have one. Like I said, we've got, this doesn't work. It's all the way down here, drop, base, and rally. The nearest area of demand that I'm seeing on Bitcoin daily is 42,638.99 to 4750.12. Now, I don't know if we're going to pull back that far. We are very, very bullish in the markets and therefore may not be able to pull back that far. I also wanted to check while I'm at it the most recent impulse and correction on the daily time frame. We have right here impulse up, correction back down to those lows. And you can see we stalled in the neighborhood of 61.8. We're also stalling right now right at the 100% extension. So this gives you closer targets. If we're going to continue to move to the upside after a pullback, rather than targeting that weekly area that was way up here, oops, let me remove that. I wanted to change the color for a moment on this. There we go, that's the weekly time frame. And now we're going to bring in numbers at 69,764. So let me go ahead and fix this. These are the daily targets. And I was saying 69,674.40. And we can change the color as well. And let's use fuchsia. Perfect. And clone this. Put another one up here at 855. So 77. 855. And that's 0.02. Okay, so now I can get rid of the Fibonacci extensions, and really what I'm looking at is possible turning points as we're continuing to move to the upside. Those will be targets. So if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, now we can start focusing and seeing if we want to buy a pullback, where's that pullback likely to go to for us to get it back in? And we have, let's see, rally, base, base, rally right here. Let's see, I think that qualifies. So we have a possible zone. And I need to get my anchor back in there for the magnet. Perfect. So now we're looking at a possible pullback opportunity for a long at 59, 546.89, 58, 758.01, with the first target being 69, 674. There you go. Now, when it comes back into that demand zone, we want to make sure that we don't go below 40 because that would kill the momentum. It would have too much bearish, not bullish momentum. Overall, it looks pretty good, though. We're just getting these small pullbacks. We could go a little bit lower, but I don't see us really using any other area as far as a good area of demand other than this 51,550 to 50,416. But honestly, I still think the higher zone is more likely. So if we do get a pullback, there's another possibility at that lower zone. But honestly, like I said, this one looks much, much better, with target number 1 being the 69,674, target 2, 77,855. So that's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin.